What's up, everybody? I hope this one takes effect this time. I don't know, man. I was up over here running my motherfucking mouth. This shit wasn't even working. I don't know what's up with this shit, man. But, mm-mm-mm. Yep. So I'm gonna try not to be on here too long, man. I just want to give my 3 cent out there because when you own other people's channels and typing away and stuff like that, man, people tend to uh to not really understand what the fuck you saying, and only thing they want to do is get their point across and shit like that. And I ain't with it. I ain't with it one bit. Let me turn my mic down some. Yeah, if I'm too loud, man, I say just turn the mic down, just turn your volume down a little bit. My bad. But yeah. So let's get into this. So it was Max Kellerman and Mike Cappinger was on ESPN. They said what they said, man. Some very telling stuff, very informative and stuff like that. The net and the gross, transparency and all that shit. What else he say? He say something about some no guarantees and stuff like that. Yeah, well, um, the guarantee part, the net and the gross. Well, the net and the gross part, I don't know nothing about that shit. I'm not the fucking tax man. Ain't none of that. Thanks for that like out there. Whoever out there hit that thing. I'm none of that. Don't give a fuck about it. We're gonna get to that later. The transparency part, that's Terrence Crawford's right. He has a right to ask for transparency, just like um, Spence's team has the right to say no. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why, a lot of the times I'm like, it's both of their fault when both teams can't come in an agreement on nothing to make the fight that I want to see. And it's been going, like I said, this stuff been going on, this back and forth and shit, been going on for so fucking long. People be getting upset at each other because of fucking differences of opinions, or people over there want to fucking sit up over here and protect Spence or protect Crawford or whatever the case may be. There's things right now that Crawford could do to make the fight. Team Crawford that can do to make the fight, and there's things that Team Spence can do to make the fight. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a rat's ass. These motherfuckers either make the fight or they don't. Then at the end of the day, if you want to blame Spence, you're going to sit up over there and watch Spence's fights. You're going to sit up over there and pay pay-per-view to watch Spence's fights. The same thing with Crawford. If he happens to fight a pay-per-view, he happens to fight a pay-per-view, or whatever the case may be, you got to pay for it, subscription or whatever the case may be. You're going to watch it. You're going to talk about it. You're going to do all this other motherfucking shit. And guess what? You ain't going to see no Crawford versus Spence or no Spence versus Crawford. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to be sitting over there running your motherfucking mouth. I ain't got time for that shit, man. I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for it. These motherfuckers either make the fight or not. You over here crying like whether or not it's 30%, 35%, 40%, whatever he asked for, whatever he accepted, that's his motherfucking business. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody wants to say, you know, um, accepting the slave contract and all this shit, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I've been in the arguments about this shit before with people ducking and people not doing this and doing that, and I'm tired of this shit. It's tiresome and it's dumb. I'm a grown ass man, and I'm gonna be sitting up over here watching another grown ass man's pockets. No, fuck no. If I was happened to be Terrence Crawford, let's put it to you like this: if my money ain't long like Terrence Crawford's, right? And I'm an upcoming, and if I was an up and coming boxer, right? And and I ain't never seen $20,000 a day in my motherfucking life. You think I'm going to be asking for some fucking transparency? Give me my money. I want half now and I want half later. That's the only thing I want. I need to get this my myself right, my camp, all this stuff. Hell, even if it's 3 minutes notice, give me my motherfucking money. If it's $100,000, if it's $200,000, if it's my first fucking M, if it's my first time getting $5, $10, $15 million, give me my motherfucking money. I could always get a lawyer later. But I need to get somewhere. So if you put yourself and put that thing, what I just said, and look at all these fans or these so-called social media propagandalists saying all this shit, they ain't got no M's. They ain't no thousandaire. Hell, most of these motherfuckers ain't even $100naire. They're not even a penny-naire. But they're gonna sit up over here and say shit like this. Like, come on, man. Come on. You would, you in your shoes right now would take it and won't be talking about no damn transparency. So why the fuck are you gonna sit up over here? Well, he has $1 million in this thing. Why the fuck are you watching his pockets? What is his pockets? What is either one of these dudes' pockets going to do for you? Why do I, as a boxing fan, has to be so invested in the fighter? Because, like I said, I did this before, and it's and to me, I see it as the unbecoming of a man to be on the fucking internet and be worried about what another fucking fighter chooses to take or chooses not to take. If he doesn't choose to take it, that's his right. That's his motherfucking business. Can't nobody force Terrence Crawford hand to the pen. Can't nobody. So since nobody could force Terrence Crawford to hand to the pen, he gets to choose what he's willing to take and what he's not willing to take. What's up, Laws? I'm not going to be here long, so I'm about to go get me a drink. But if you want to get on for a second, you can. And like I said, it's none of my motherfucking business. And like I said, I've been down this road with these guys before. Been down the road with the whole Wilder and Fury. Been down the road with the Wilder and AJ. Been down the road with a couple of things, and I'm done. I'm fucking done. It's 2022, and we got a whole slew of grown ass men around here still watching other men's pockets. When I'm on later, I'm gonna go to the fucking bar and I'm gonna get me a grouper sandwich. I'm gonna get me a fried grouper sandwich. And if they ain't got grouper, I hope they got the fried mahi. Because that's what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna eat good tonight and I'm gonna drink good. And hopefully I get some pussy. I'm joking. Anyways, like I said, who the fuck is Valnisha? Who the fuck is this bitch? Oh, anyways, like I was saying before I was really interrupted by Laws D Punch Out TV. It's 2022, man. This is what I want from this. This is just my perspective, and this is Al Heyman might be a fraud. I don't give a fuck. He might be a fucking fraud. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck if Al Heyman's a fraud? Literally, tell you the truth, we already know who these people is. Al Heyman don't give a fuck about making his fighters money. His fighters money, and Terrence Crawford ain't his fighter. Bob Arum only cares about making himself money. What's his name? Edwin Hearn only cares about him and his fucking family. Who gives a fuck? They're fucking one's an advisor. They're all and another couple guys are promoters. Their promoter's job is to bring business to their company. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a. I'm telling you, look, Bob 20B. Booby or whatever you want to call your name. I don't give a fuck who's stopping the fight. I'm giving my 3 cents, and if you don't like it, you can get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going back to this back and forth. Look, I don't give a fuck. Crawford has a choice. Team Crawford has a choice. Team Spence has a choice. And if the fight don't get made, I'm not going to be like y'all out here on the internet. It's both of their fault in my eyes. They both have choices. You can give the man what he want, right? Or you can not give the man what he want. You could take what nah, keep them up there because I want everybody to see these racist ass motherfuckers. You could take what, and it's on replay, and you could take what Al Heyman give you, or you cannot take what Al Heyman give you. And that's the only choices that these guys got. Now, another side to it, right? We don't even know if Al Heyman has already given it to Crawford. We don't even know if this was the thing of today, to where it was being fixed to be given to Crawford. We don't even know if they even have estimated of cost yet to even give Crawford anything. We don't even know if they're working on it or not working on it. But the only thing I know is, if this motherfucking fight not happening, us as fans, we all fucking assed out. Lawrence D. Punch Out TV said, I gave up on this shit a long time ago, Mike. When they're in the ring, I will believe it. That's it, Laws. That's it. And the only reason why I'm making this little live is because I was on World Combat Sports, and I was just like, you know what? I made a couple comments. You know, he had a couple little things to say about me and stuff like that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? No hard feelings or whatever the case may be. But I don't give a fuck about all that shit. I really don't. These cats either make the fight or not, and that's all is to it. Oh, Law said that is one of them BMX boys. Mike, what's this BMX shit? You need to go ride a bike or something, go hit some jumps, you know, and crash, break your neck. I don't give a fuck. And I wish a lot of people out there didn't give a fuck what the situation is. You know what I'm saying? You got Frank Warren and Edward Hearn going back and forth about some shit right now. You know what I'm saying? And they posting everything on Front Street, trying to get fans to believe this guy and fans to believe that guy. Everybody knows Tyson Fury's a liar. They call Frank Warren fish eyes for a reason. Everybody boos Edward Hearn at events. They already know he's a shyster. So you don't know who to believe, but everybody's picking motherfucking sides. If Fury and Anthony Joshua don't happen, that's their business. They didn't win. They didn't win. It doesn't do anything to sit up over here and be saying who's ducking who, especially when folks ain't even got like all the information. You know what the really is? You know who really loses? The fans. Lawrence D. Punch Out TV said them racist Mexican channels. I don't even know why he even came over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want everybody, I want this thing to stay up, because I want people to see that these cats be coming into people's chats. Saying stuff like that. I had to screenshot it too. But saying shit like this for no apparent reason, unprovoked, no nothing, all because I'm talking about Crawford versus Spence, and I'm saying out loud that if the fight don't happen, they both ducking. Both of their teams fucked fighters out of a great fight. Great undisputed fight. Great fight. And all for what? All for what? Yeah. I just noticed, damn, he got all them belts on him, man. I must have fucking picked the wrong motherfucking pick. I don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck? It's just a pick. I just want people to see Crawford and Spence on the pick. That's it. I don't give a fuck what that motherfucker say. Shit. Took a screenshot of his ass. People need to get rid of these guys around here, man. Going around here with this racist shit. Yeah, but that's all I have, y'all, man. Oh, he's Law said, yeah, Mo had troubles with them. Yeah, they just gonna create more channels. They're just gonna keep creating accounts, man. They're just gonna keep creating accounts. I had some other shit to say, man, but I forgot, man. I forgot some other shit I was gonna say about this, man, because you know, I don't appreciate when you go on other people's channels and they play you out to pay a fool because you have a differences of opinion. And then make it out to seem like they grandstanding and stuff like that. It's no hard feelings or whatever, but you know, that's the reason why I came to do this, because I don't want to drop no video and waste all this damn, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to go live for a hot second, say what I gotta say, you know what I'm saying, and get the fuck off. But like I'm saying, you know, everybody ain't gonna have this fucking same. Everybody ain't gonna have the same fucking opinions on the matter. And if somebody want to say that Spence is ducking, that's their prerogative. That's their motherfucking prerogative. I can't knock nobody for that. If somebody want to say Crawford is ducking, that's they fucking prerogative. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? That's their fucking prerogative. Yeah, I know folks out here be telling half truths on YouTube and social media and be lying on their videos and stuff like that. But I ain't got nothing to do with them niggas. I ain't got nothing to do with them. I can't control what somebody else wants to say. You know what I'm saying? I can control what the fuck I'm going to motherfucking say. And so if I took a screenshot, so I'm going to delete that. I'm tired of seeing that shit. So this is the reason why I came out here and gave my 3 cents. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, Law's like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to see the fight. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers out here picking sides and shit like that, and getting mad at people and all this shit, and want to say, oh, Al Heyman is. I don't give a fuck. All these promoters, these managers, all of them out there is out for themselves. All of them. It ain't no motherfucking secret. It ain't no motherfucking secret. And then, you know, everybody want to bring up the whole slew of different fighters. This fighter that came out, I forget his name, that came out the other day and said basically him and his father or him and his manager or whoever it was will come out and say Al Heyman gave him a messed up contract. I don't even know who the dude was. Nobody knows who the dude is. Everybody out here want to say they know who the dude is, but half these cats is a motherfucker. They goddamn lying. They goddamn lying. You don't know who that dude is. They don't know who he is. You negotiate what you worth. That's what it is. Ain't shit out here gonna be fair. You negotiate for what you believe you are worth. And if you don't get it, you have options. You go somewhere else or you sign. Wilder said it best. You could take the short money now or wait and take the long money later. And when you do these contracts with these guys, with these promoters and these managers and stuff, like, I don't care who it is, Al Heyman, Edward, Bob, Salido, whoever, TGB, whoever, Golden Boy, I don't care, whoever. If you don't have no leverage, you got to take what you want, what you can get. Right? You can't, well, you don't have to, but you can take it. Right? So if you take a shitty contract, the shitty contract only gonna be probably for like, you could do 2 fight, 3 fight, 4 fights. You just got in the game. You know what I'm saying? You have no leverage. So you have to work to get somewhere. You can't just go up into negotiations with these guys and be like, oh, you know, I think I'm good. I think I'm great. Everybody say this about me. Everybody say that about me. I think I'm worth I'm thinking I'm worth X amount of money. I want to keep my rights. I want to keep my name. I want to keep this. I want to keep that. Blah, 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 whoop. But somebody else is throwing up all the money for you. They're probably giving you a stipend a month because you ain't got shit. They're probably paying for your training camp because you ain't got shit. And then they're going out there putting your ass on fights because you ain't got shit. And then you, in turn, you want to ask for all these other things. You know what I'm saying? It's mind-boggling. You just got in the game, but you want superstar negotiations. Oh, what we got in here? Stormy B, man, what's happening? Oh, is that J5 Jeff TV? Hey, man, what's up, bro? But like I said, man, I have no. I'm tired. I'm tired of the shit. I want to see the fight. I don't care what the reasoning is. I don't give a fuck if it's a natural disaster. I don't give a fuck if it's COVID again. I don't give a fuck what it is. If the fight don't get made, to me, it's both of their fault. We've been working on this shit for like 5-6 motherfucking years. Everybody's been going back and forth, making money off of the backs of these two dudes for 5-6 motherfucking years. Friendships has been lost. Plenty of people been cussed out on social media. Ooh, there's been some cussing out. There's been people damn near, they rage was so strong, they had enough life force energy to reach their hand through their goddamn camera and choke somebody over this shit. It's been going like channels been shut down for cussing and shit like that over this Spence and shit. Twitter accounts been has been what's they call that shit when they hit you, has been strike permanently because of people can't hold their temper. You know what I'm saying? Microphones been broken, computer screens been broken. Shoot, people yelling so loud on the microphone, people's speakers busting and start smoking. So it's like how far do you got to go to where you don't know? And then after that, at one point, at this point, who you gonna believe? They had a dude, I don't know if it was Al, I don't know who it was. He did an interview. He said, "Oh, they wanted insurance that Crawford wasn't dealing with Daniel Cunningham for this fight." How long does that take? How long does that take? Is it yes or no? Like what do you got to give up? You know what I'm saying? You want to see a cost sheet. That's like I said, that's your prerogative to ask for what you were willing and what you're willing to negotiate for. You negotiate. Team Crawford negotiating. They saying they want this, they want that, blah, 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 woo, woo. Al Heyman on the other side, or I'm going to roll them all in one. Team Spence on one side can say, we only going to give you this. And that's their prerogative. But me as a motherfucking fan, 5-6 years, I'm going to be like, oh, who's ducking who? And some fun for, who's this, Pigeon?
Yeah, bro. I just want to know what's going on with this shit, bro.
I'm just giving my 3 cents real quick. Before I go
get what's going on with this fight, bro? Why is it not happening, bro?
I don't know what the reports is. I don't know who to trust. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a lot of back and forth. I don't give a fuck at this point. It could be.
It's gotta happen soon, though. It's gotta happen, bro.
Yeah, it can, but I don't give a fuck at this point. I'm like I don't
myself on that, bro.
I don't give a fuck.
The fight's eventually got to happen, you know.
Story B man, no Jeff 5 G5 Jeff TV said, yeah, I'm tired of all that back and forth. Yeah, me too.
Everybody's sick of it, man. It needs to happen. This fight needs to happen.
Law said this boxing shit today is a joke. Yeah, man, I had to kick you off, man. I forgot, man. You be on that racist shit, man. So I had to kick you off. D-Lo, what's happening?
What's up, man? You hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you all right.
Hey, that's wild. You said whole boy be on that racist stuff, but it was gonna be a perfect opportunity for him to get down on two brothers, huh? but hey, hey, but yeah, man, I just came in, so I don't know what you've already covered. So forgive me if I say
no, you came up, man. Say what you got to say.
Okay, all right, man. Yeah. No, I was gonna say, man, I know, like right now, I'm hearing two different things going around. Right, it's like one group of guys, they're talking about, Crawford holding up the fight now because he crying about wanting a rematch, so that means he ain't got no confidence. All right, and you know what I'm saying. And, you got another conversation being had about how, the stuff that I guess was on ESPN. I don't know exactly where it was actually filmed at. I saw Max Kellerman talking, so I'm assuming it was ESPN. But it was about the situation with the Bud wanting to, basically if he's gonna agree to 35% and other things he's agreed to, because we don't know what all has been agreed to. We don't know what's all, because there's a lot negotiated in a contract, a lot that fans never even think about. So if he's agreed to whatever is out there and is the rematch, not the rematch, excuse me, on the back end money, he's asking to, or his side is saying that, okay, we want to see what we're getting 35% of at the end. Then to me, that's sensible. You know what I'm saying? It's just like any other business. If me and you entered into a business agreement and we both put up seed money, and I said, hey man, it's my idea, but if you help me with the seed money, I'm gonna let you get 55% because you came in and brought most of the seed money. Then how can you agree and say that's cool if I'm gonna tell you, well, man, you just gotta trust me. I'm not gonna let you see the actual P&L. You know what I'm saying? Profit and loss margin. I'm just gonna tell you what we made, and I'm gonna tell you what we spent. So to me, it's just sensible. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't see, I don't see why people feel like that's asking too much.
I mean, well, just for argument's sake, I'm gonna give you my disclaimer. I about all that stuff, man. I don't care. I just want to see the fight, and that's what the whole video is about. But just for argument's sake, there's only one side putting up the money. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, since there's only one side putting up the money, and he's saying 35% of the back end, well, it's pretty much you could take it and then you could sue later. You know what I'm saying? Or what you could do is you negotiate like he did, or I don't know what's happening really, because this is what they're saying. We don't even know if Terrence Crawford already has it, already gotten it. We don't know what he really asking for. But what we know is Mike Coppinger got it from somebody, but can't say who. See what I'm saying?
Right, and he could have made it up. We don't know if there's any truth to any of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I meant to say earlier, and I didn't say that, but because all of it could be a fabrication.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. Yeah, Laws. That was Pigeon. I thought I was getting a text message from work. Man, I gotta check my phones. I gotta work from home a little bit. So I'm pretty sure it's accurate, but some of the things he's saying be contradicting him, don't be accurate. But what I'm saying is that there's two, like I tried to say on World Combat Sports today, there's always two sides to the story. You hear one side of the story and he's saying you want this. The other side, you don't even know if it was sent. Not only do you not know if it was sent, you don't know if Crawford is saying it was sent, but you don't even know that there was some things that was missing off of it. So basically what I'm saying is at the end of the day with this, just to make an argument, to an argument, or whatever the case may be, how you say that shit, is just at the end of the day, if you only hear one side to one fucking story, how do we know what really is going on? So at the end of the day, that's the reason why I say it's like, look, you see Edward Hearn and Frank Warren doing all this back and forth. You know now well these promoters, their whole main objective is get paid. These managers the same way. You know what I'm saying? So who knows who's dirty? You can go ahead, D-Lo. I see you try to unmute.
Hello.
Yo. You was gonna say something?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, man. And like I say, in a lot of anytime I'm talking about something like that, I'm talking as if we're under the presumption that what's being out there is actually accurate, because otherwise it's not worth talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that, when I say that someone's saying that, oh, there's nothing that there's an issue, or there's nothing wrong with this, or I have a problem with that. To me, once you start saying that, you also are, presuming that there's some accuracy to what's being said. And that's my thing is that, like, for me, a lot of times I'm not even going to engage in certain arguments, because the first thing I'm going to say, man, I don't even know what the validity is to that. That's just what's out there. But at the same time, when you're already ready to argue a point, you know what I'm saying? Because that's why I said, if they're saying that, basically they're believing that, and then they're saying that that's an issue, to me, that's not really an issue. But at the same time, man, you said that you ain't really interested in it, so I don't want to go back and forth about it because it's not really that important. I'm with you. What's really important is that they find a way to make this fight. I just got done. Right, and I'm not, not saying this as some kind of plug or anything, but right before I got on, I just got done making a video saying a lot of these same things. And what I was saying, even in that was, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, man, boxing to me needs to get this right. This fight needs to happen because this is another of a list of fights that fans have anticipated. Even looking in your chat, I can't see it right now, but before I got on, I'm tired of talking about this fight. I stopped talking about this fight a year ago. This is drug on long enough. You know what I'm saying? And people really do, when they get to start to take their position, sometimes they don't turn back around just because you finally say, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they say, you know what, man, I'm over it at this point. I can find something else to do with my $80. I can find something else to do with my time and my money rather than fly out to a fight and go buy a ticket and all of that. So, so to me, that's a big issue in and of itself. And also when it comes to these two fighters, I think a lot of both fighters. You know what I'm saying? I think they are two of the best in the world. But at the end of the day, both of these guys have said they want to become undisputed at 147 pounds for their own reasons. And regardless of what they say about what they'll do if they don't fight each other, or they don't have to have a fight, they can do this, they can do that. If they don't fight each other next, they won't be fighting for undisputed next. That can almost be guaranteed. So, to me, when somebody has something you want, you know what I'm saying, and you want to get it, you got to find a way to put yourself in a position to be able to get that. And I feel like the onus is on both of these fighters to push for that and figure out a way to, okay, let's work around what the holdup is and let's get this done, because I can't get what I want without going through you, and I can't get what I want without going through you. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel like both of these teams need to be looking at it. And I know Spence is Spence and his team is his team, because I don't feel like they're really on the same page as far as what they want, because we keep hearing them trying to push Thurman out there. So I respect Spence for trying to go after what he says he wants, which is undisputed. And he also said he wanted the Crawford fight. So, you know what I'm saying? And Crawford said he wanted the Spence fight. I think at one point, both of these guys have actually said they still wanted to fight each other, even if the other guy went out there and lost. So I look at it like, you can't fight Bud Crawford if you're not fighting Bud Crawford. You can't fight Errol Spence if you're not fighting Errol Spence. And you're not going to get undisputed without going through that guy. So to me, that should take precedent over a lot of this stuff that's being, going around circulating and all that. But I don't feel like a lot of fans on one side or the other look at it that way. A lot of them seem like they care more about their guy winning when it comes to negotiations than they actually care about us getting a fight. And they're happy with their guy walking away from the fight, not bending on negotiations. And to me, that don't help boxing. And to me, that make me feel like I wasted 5 years of my time talking about building up, not that I want to follow the guys anyway, but a lot of my attention to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford has been because it's been predicated on my anticipation of a fight between them. It's the same way I was with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. There were a lot of other fighters that I cared more to watch than either guy, but it was the thought of those two coming together that made me keep coming back, paying attention to what they had going on.
Yeah, because I remember that, man. There was more people on the streets talking about that damn fight than in any fight I ever seen. Like the whole back and forth and why the fight not happening. People that don't even watch boxing, I'm like, man, you don't even watch. What are you talking about? Sit your ass down somewhere.
Hey, how was it? All right, when like you and I, we communicate on here, but we don't know each other off of here, and we don't travel in the same circle. So let me ask you, the people that you know after the Floyd and Manny fight, what was the sentiment after that fight happened?
Oh well, I'm from San Diego, so the Filipinos was hurt.
Well, I'm not talking about winning and losing or who won the fight, but what was their reception of what they saw? Or how did they feel like they got what they thought they were going to get in 5 years? I'm not talking about being disappointed in the outcome. I'm talking about in the actual fight itself.
I think it was like half and half. It was like people were satisfied and people was like, "Whoa, he was running." I
Right.
wasn't. It
And
wasn't. It
I'm not
wasn't.
even, and I'm not even talking about, I just think that like, I'll just say that like a lot of people that I like, okay, basically like most of the people I know, family, friends, things like that, they don't really care about boxing, but they cared about that fight. And they were talking about it during all the build up over the years. And then when it got made, they talked about they couldn't wait to go see it. Some couldn't wait to watch it on pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. All right. So when the fight happened, what I heard generally, I'd say probably about 70% was a lot of people complaining. Now I did hear people complaining because they thought Manny was gonna win. They were complaining about how the fight played out. And I said, well, if you felt like the fight wasn't action packed, then no fault Pacquiao because he's the action packed fighter. But my thing was they were complaining about feeling like the fight wasn't what they anticipated it being and what it was built up to be. They thought they were gonna get like a, you know, a better event, you know what I'm saying, in terms of the action and things like that. So it was a lot of disappointment, and I felt like it kind of turned a lot of fans off. Like I heard a lot of people say they'll never buy another pay-per-view fight after that. And so my thing is, I feel like even though Spence and Crawford aren't Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, I feel like that this fight is built up so long that you're kind of you wet the palate so much that when we bite into that steak, if it ain't the best steak we ever tasted, you're gonna get a lot of complaining, a lot of pushback about how we waited all this time and this is what we got. So that's the point I'm trying to make, is that I just feel like at this point it's drug out long enough. They need to find a way to make this fight happen, because I think fans generally are going to continue to lose interest, but also there's going to be a possibility that no matter how it plays out, there's going to be a level of disappointment because they had to wait 7 years to get it. You know, if it drags on another 2-3 years.
Yeah, I already heard people say stuff about other fights with dragging out and not watching the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of the things. You know what I'm saying? We grown ass adults, we got grown shit to do, and sometimes we don't have the taste for it no more. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, I'm always have the taste for this fight, but you know, I think it might come a time to where I'm gonna be thinking about whether or not I'm gonna buy this pay-per-view or not. You know what I'm saying? Or stream this motherfucker, because you know who you gonna fight besides Crawford, and who you gonna fight besides Spence? You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's just been going on for years. And like I said before, like, you know, there's been friendships been lost. There's been people on YouTube that have collaborations, them lost. There's been computer screens busted, speakers smoking. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit. So it's like one of them things, man. It's like, you know, me as a boxing fan, I went through this many a times with going back and forth with he need to sign a contract, he don't need to sign a contract, it's a slave contract, it's this. And then when I go back and look at the videos, I'm like, man, what the fuck was I doing watching these niggas' pockets and shit?
Right. Yeah. I try my best to stay away from that stuff, man, for those same reasons. I don't ever want to go back and watch and listen to one of my videos and be disappointed in myself. Not because my delivery was off, or not because I got a fact wrong, or I mispronounced somebody's name or something. Like I can handle that. But I don't want to go back and listen to my videos and feel like I'm doing exactly what I complain about other people doing.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, it takes, it always takes more effort to do the right thing than the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? And say again?
I agree.
And there's too many people out here that do it, man. But you know, I tend to leave them alone. Every now and again, I pop out and just basically try to be respectful to people, but just tell them like, hey, man, y'all wrong, man. Y'all wrong for that. Y'all need to start leaving these fighters alone. Y'all need to stop making up these excuses for fighters. They need to stop lying about them too, because at the end of the day, you know, when I come on and I speak boxing, I'm just really giving my 3 cents, and that's it. A lot of this shit don't know what I'm be talking about and shit like that. I'm just giving my perspective. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying when I'm saying if they both ducking. You can say whoever you think is ducking. That's your prerogative. I'm not mad at you. You can say whatever you want about any fight. You can say whatever you want about any promoter. You can say whatever you want about any fight. I don't give a fuck. That's your prerogative. You know what I'm saying? I might give you my 3 cents, but don't make it. But like, you know, with social media, everybody wants to make it out a me versus you thing. My pride versus you. They want to make it. They want to make it about I got. And then basically, like this whole video stems from I went on World Combat Sports Channel, and I was basically, you know, giving them my 3 cents. And so I figured, you know what? I can't really get my point across in no chat. So I just go live real quick because I didn't feel like clicking on a video, making no video, didn't have to do this and wait for it to render and shit like that. So I figured I'd just go live and give my 3 cents. Because at the end of the day, us as fight fans, if we keep playing mommy and daddy with these fighters and these promoters and shit like that, you're going to keep getting fucked up products. Because at the end of the day, it's just like Tank Davis. If you mad at the niggas fights, right? Why is you the first one to watch? If you mad at the niggas fights, why are you the first one to talk about them? You keep giving this guy steam after steam after steam after steam, and they start looking at the analytics, they start seeing who's watching, they start seeing the demographics of who's watching. Of course they're going to keep giving you the bullshit. Of course they're going to keep putting them on pay-per-view because you can't keep your mouth shut and you can't keep that motherfucking TV off. And we ain't talking about streaming. The same guys, the same people out here that hate Al Heyman's guts or that say, if y'all do, that's y'all business. That say, if you think that Bob Arum's I'll give you a prime example. If you think Bob Arum's a racist, why the hell you watching his fights then? Why are you paying to watch his fights? You feeding him. He gonna keep doing the same damn thing. He gonna keep doing the same damn thing over and over again. Same thing with Al Heyman. Al Heyman. You know now well is putting money in his boxer's hands first. So you know now well when it comes to him, it's all about him getting his fighters the maximum amount of money that they can. So what you think you're gonna do? What you think you're gonna do? But you support every motherfucking fight. Edward Hearn, same dude. You know now well he's gonna do the same thing that any other promoter manager is gonna do. But then what he does is he just shines a couple of little gold trinkets in front of your face and you get hypnotized. It's the same. It's all these managers and these promoters, they not here this because that's what it seems like all the way across the board for the fans anymore. They just here to make some money and get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Before the cops hit the block. You know what I'm saying? Because they rob motherfuckers almost every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, sometimes Sunday and Monday. Starring B-Man said neither fighter took risks, both fought safe, and there was no drama. They robbed fans and the bank. See? Starring B-Man said neither. I read that. Oz D said pocket watching or breaking news. He said this or he said that on Twitter. And that's all everybody want to be important. Everybody on social media, not everybody, but if you look around, there's a lot of people to where you can say everybody. Everybody wants to feel important. Everybody want to be the boxing guru. I can't be Stormy B, man. I can't be D-Lo. I can't be Laws. I could just be my motherfucking self. Oh, I know. That was about Mayweather because I immediately looked at Laws. I can only be my motherfucking self because at the end of the day, if I try to be Stormy B, man, I'm gonna look stupid. If I try to be D-Lo, I'm gonna look stupid. If I try to be Laws D, I'm gonna look stupid. I ain't no motherfucking boxing expert. That's Stormy B, man. That's D-Lo. That's Laws. They know about all the past fights and the current fights. I can't remember all that motherfucking shit. So I'll be sitting back in the motherfucking cut. You know what I'm saying? I sit back in the motherfucking cut. When Stormy B, man, want to talk about a lot of the techniques and shit like that. I know some. I don't know a lot. I sit in the cut and shut the fuck up. But everybody want to be the lawyer. They want to be the manager. They want to be a promoter. Hell, some people want to be the janitor at some of these fights. Some people want to be security. Some people want to be the person that some people want to be the person that puts the jock strap on the fighter. That ain't for me. Kind of local sports. What's happening? Hey, but D-Lo, I got to get going to this bar, man. Get this grouper sandwich. You got This fried grouper sandwich, baby. You got any last words?
Hey, I just want to add one more thing. Some of these guys want to be the fighter. Some of these guys, if you listen to them, it's as if they're living vicariously through the life of these fighters. And you know what I'm saying? When you get to that point, it's hard not to convince yourself. It's hard to convince me you're not a fan boy.
I got
a question. Know what I'm saying? But I gotta say a lot of these guys are fanboys. They don't realize they're fanboys. They don't see themselves that way.
Do you think somebody do you think this obsession like that is worse than being addicted to porn?
Yeah, I think so.
I just had to do that as a joke. That's just a joke. Because it's bad out here in these streets.
It's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad, man. When you hear these jokers start saying, that's like, okay, if you're a fan, I ain't gonna hold you. I know you got to run. But you think about like I'm a fan of a sports team. I'm not ashamed to tell y'all, I'm a diehard Georgia Tech fan, right? In all sports. But in football, that's the one I follow the heaviest, and we've been pretty bad. And when I talk about Georgia Tech, I say we. You know what I'm saying? I don't work at an institution. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on the team, but I say we. But it's just kind of something that kind of goes with being a lifelong fan of a team. You know, I hear Cowboys fans say it, Lakers fans, etc. But I feel like when you're talking about an individual sport and you're talking about a fighter and you start talking about we, like you're in the corner, you're part of the team, you putting the mouthpiece back in and all that, man, there's something terribly wrong with that.
Motherfucker didn't even wash his hands. I gotta get
going. I appreciate you having me on, man. I'll catch you on another one, man. Peace to you in the chat, man.
Oh, thank you. Hey, y'all out there, kind of locals, Stormy B, man, my boy Laws D-Lo, man. Thank y'all for stopping by. And on that note, shout out to the boxing world and everybody stay sucker free.